I believe that I live in one of the greatest fishing destinations in the world. And to prove that, today I plan to fish 5 different fisheries for 6 potential species. And I want to share with you what a great day of fishing in Alaska could be like.
Dude, that's the most beautiful fish I've ever seen.
Cool.
That was so cool.
Oh yeah, here we go. The saltwater of the Cook Inlet can hold a variety of different species.
Something big.
There are herring and hooligan that feed the bigger species, like all of the salmon that are making their way to the rivers, halibut, and even sharks.
Alright, my first fish of the day is a shark. This is called a spiny dogfish shark, and they're called spiny dogfish because of those spines on their tail. But I've never seen one with spots like this. That's pretty neat. Check that out. Very cool. Back in the ocean, my friend. The hardest part about today is going to be time management, because I've got so many different fisheries that I want to hit, and I don't know how long it'll take to catch each fish. I got lucky on that one. I caught a fish within 30 seconds of my bait being in the water. Now that I'm done surf fishing, I'm gonna go pick up my friend Rob, who is a fish biologist turned fishing guide. If you want a dude who knows his fish, Rob is the man. So he's the perfect guy to join me today and help me out to catch as many species as I can. That was a good one. What a toad. All right, first salmon of the day. We got a nice buck silver.
Yeah, I saw the fish come up, and I was like, oh, that's got to be a silver. It's shiny. And he came up, and then went back down. And as soon as he turned and went down, the float just freaking drained. I was like, oh, he just ate my bait. Nice fish.
Yeah, it was a nice fish. Species number 2, silver salmon. It didn't take us too long. It took a lot longer than the shark though. We'll probably fish this river for a pink and maybe get a couple more silvers, because that's my favorite fish to catch. Ooh.
Can't take him out of the water.
The limit for silvers on this river is 2, and if you take your second fish out of the water, you have to be done fishing. So Rob, let that one go. All right, I've hardly fished yet. See one? Okay. We are sight fishing a pink salmon right now.
I don't think it's gonna go. He's like that. One more. Not into it.
The water's really low and clear, so I just ran my bait right past him a couple times and he moved out of the way. He doesn't seem to want it. A lot of these pink salmon have been in the river for a long time, so they're not super aggressive, but that would be one more species if we caught them. I lost on these salmon.
Yeah, you just went right just on the outside of him.
I find that some fish want to play and some fish don't, and you just can't waste too much time on the fish that don't want to play. So we're moving on. Yep. Another big buck. Nice hefty silver buck. So Rob and I can each keep one more, but we need to keep an eye on the time if we want to catch a whole bunch more species. So we might try one more hole up and then work our way back down towards the van. That was quick. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him. I swung the spinner right in front of a group of like 3 of them, and this one just came up and...
Nice. That's a big one. You should keep that one. Especially because we're going to go soon.
It's a good silver right there.
Beautiful.
Oh!
You good? I don't really consider this a game species, but there's another sculpin. They like to chew on fish eggs too. We just doubled up on Dolly Varden. Ooh, this one's pretty. Another one. Pretty. He's starting to turn colors for the fall. All right. I think it's time to move on. 1 bag of salmon. 2 bags of salmon. That one fish that Rob caught was probably like 40% bigger, but I feel like you got 60% more meat off of it. It was just so much, yeah, so much wider. That was good. Now we gotta go catch a sockeye salmon and a rainbow trout. I'm not joking. This is a real number. There are 2 million sockeye salmon in this river right now. I don't want to spend my day sockeye fishing. I just want to get one as fast as possible and then get out. So I'm gonna hand this camera to Rob.
There's one. There's one.
There's like 30.
There's one.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump in the river.
There's one.
And Rob's gonna hold the camera, and I'm gonna catch one as quickly as possible, and then we're gonna move on with our day. salmon starting to kind of turn colors. All right, here we go. Ready? He's gonna come splashing out. There we go. Does that look sweet? Yeah. Perfect. All right, now get me perfect bird style. There we go. I'm gonna let him go. So we're gonna move on and look for a big rainbow trout. This river holds monsters, but we don't have all day, so we're gonna go to a new spot.
So lately, these little bit more washed out dead egg colors have been fishing good.
Rob picked out a bead color for me called Orange Frost, and the small fish were very interested. But catching a rainbow trout was another story.
All of these salmon are very timing based, and when it's good, it's good. But trout are like a puzzle every time, and you got to solve the puzzle every time. And we're thinking that they might have moved further up into the river to follow the spawning salmon. So we're gonna drive up into the mountains and stop at a couple spots along the way and keep trout fishing.
We spent the better part of a day moving to different locations on the same river, looking for rainbow trout. We weren't able to find a rainbow trout in the big river, but we still had one location up our sleeves.
That's behind you. Nice. It's tough to be upset about a dolly barton because that was one of my dream fish my whole life. But I know that we're gonna get dollies later. There are rainbows in the small creeks too, so maybe we'll try that for rainbows and maybe we'll get lucky up there.
The small feeder creeks are where the sockeye salmon go after they undergo their transformation. They spawn here and then die, which leaves both fish eggs and flesh in the river, which creates a feeding frenzy for smaller fish.
Fins. Oh my goodness, Rob. Yes. You are the most relaxed fish lander I have ever seen. Oh my gosh, Rob.
Oh, he's gone.
Check out that fish. that's a good way to end the day. Thanks, Rob.
See that right there? Right here. That is the rainbow trout that we tried all day to catch and failed. That's okay, buddy. We'll get you next time.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. Didn't mean to call you fat.
Is that what you thought was a rainbow too? No? You saw a real rainbow?
Yeah.
What's a toad?
Don't call her fat.
That's okay. It's okay, Rob. You can matter.
I'm not used to taking pictures of fish.
Is that the same one or is that another big one?